Today we're going to talk about the top 5 issues that people have reported having with the Galaxy Note 4. Many of you guys have mentioned this on my comments. This is not a hate video. You guys know I love the Note 4. I think it's one of the best phones of all time, but I think it's only fair that we cover the other side, which are the issues that people have been having with the Galaxy Note 4. If you're new to this channel, my name is Mario and we do weekly tech videos. We focus on the Galaxy Note 4, Note 5, Note 8, and very soon the Galaxy Note 9. So if you have one of those phones, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Starting with the first one is the GPS. I personally had this issue when I first got the Note 4 a couple of years ago. I remember I used to drive around. Sometimes the GPS will get disconnected. Sometimes it will tell me I was somewhere when I was probably about a street ahead. And this was a little bit frustrating, right? So this was one of the very common issues with the Note 4. I guess the hardware that they used at the time was not the best. And even at this time, a lot of people have commented on the videos letting me know how bad the GPS is. Now there's one setting you can check. If you go to settings, you go to connections, and then you go down to location. Right under location, you're gonna see mode. You click on mode and you're gonna see 3 settings. Make sure you have the high accuracy selected, and this is gonna give you the best setting for accuracy when it comes to GPS. Other than that, unfortunately, there's not much you can do. Number 2, we have the battery. I think this is one of the most common comments I have with people mentioning that the battery is not good with the Galaxy Note 4. Let me start by saying that I usually replace the battery on the phone probably once a year. Depending on how heavy user you are, probably about around a year, it's time to replace that battery. The battery is not gonna last forever. The more you charge it, the less it's gonna hold the charge. So make sure you replace that battery, especially if you're coming up to 2 years. You can pick one up for around $15, $20 on Amazon. There's different brands you can check out. I'll make sure to leave a couple links in the comment section below. But if you have a fairly new battery and you're still having issues, make sure you didn't get a third-party battery, which is because a lot of times those batteries are just bad. For example, if you take a picture, sometimes the phone would turn off with the flash. A lot of times while you're using the phone, the battery will just cut off, and that means it's probably just a bad battery. You can also try just making sure you calibrate the battery. There's a lot of videos on YouTube that will show you how to calibrate the battery. But you let me know, have you been having issues with your battery while you're using your Note 4? Let me know in the comment section below. Number 3 is the camera. Now the camera does an awesome job, takes one of the best pictures, best video qualities of the time, of course. Even right now in 2018, it still does an awesome job. But a lot of times when you're trying to focus, you notice that the autofocus doesn't work. And even if you tap on the screen to focus on something, you still get a blurry image. Well, most likely the issue is with your lens. If you turn your phone around and you look inside the lens, you will notice that there's a mechanical part that will actually move when you take a picture or you're trying to zoom in, zoom out. You're gonna notice that that's how it's gonna operate. A quick solution people have mentioned, if you just tap it around a few times, that may help get the lens to start moving, so if it will start working. But again, most likely if you're not able to take sharp pictures or your pictures are coming blurry, it may be because the lens, the autofocus lens, the lens is just gone bad. I personally had this issue with the first Note 4 that I had out of the box. I noticed it the next day. It was just taking, every picture I was taking, it was blurry. Luckily, it was still under warranty. I took it back and I got a new one, and ever since then I had a couple of Note 4s and I haven't had that issue again. So in number 4, we have a lot of people mention that their phone gets slow and it gets very hot. So the result is because you probably have a lot of apps installed on the phone which are taking up the RAM. This is including all the bloatware that came with Samsung, all the bloatware apps that came with the carrier, and on top of that, all the apps that you install. So what I recommend is that you go through, you uninstall all the apps you don't use, you disable all the apps you don't need, and that's gonna help you with the performance of the phone. If you wanna know more details on how to make it faster, I'll have a link in this description below, or there will be a card right here which you can click on it and check it out later at the end of this video. The phone shouldn't be that slow. I mean, it's not gonna be the fastest phone, but you still perform pretty well. You can still multitask, but if your phone is slowing down, maybe it's time to do the data reset or just disable some of the apps. And in number 5 is the most common issue that people have reported with the Galaxy Note 4, and that is the random restart or just the auto restarts. Now, there's multiple things that can be causing this issue. Number 1, you want to make sure that the issue is not caused because of a software glitch. So one thing you can do to resolve that is you format the phone, make sure you bring it back to the original settings, and you will know if it's a glitch. Number 2, it could be the battery. Make sure you have a good battery. Again, if you have a bad battery, it may cause the phone to shut down automatically. Some people have mentioned that they were able to resolve this issue by just getting a new battery. And number 3, you may have some issue with the hardware. And what I mean by that is probably the motherboard went bad and it's causing the phone to overheat, and it's just basically shutting down by itself. This can get worse over time if you still have your phone. It's gonna come to a point where the phone is gonna shut off and it's not gonna come back on again. This happened to me. This has happened to a lot of people that have mentioned in the comment section. And again, a lot of people have had this phone for many years and they never had this issue. I personally had a couple of, maybe 3 or 4 Note 4s through this past few years, and this happened to one of the phones. I know people have found workarounds. There's an app called Wake Lock. Basically what this app does, it prevents the phone from restarting. It just basically forces it to stay on. So that would be a workaround, or a temporary workaround, if you're having these random restarts. Let me know in the comment section below, what do you use? Have you used this app? Does it work for you? And remember, if you have a Note 4, Note 5, Note 8, or a Note 9, consider subscribing to this channel. We're gonna have a lot more videos coming up in the near future. Thank you for watching. Make sure you smash the like button if you enjoyed this content, and I'll see you on the next one.